Good morning. It's time to hit the road. Today we're headed out for a weekend of kayak camping at the Shell Key Preserve near Fort Desoto, Florida, which is about 30 to 40 minutes southwest of the Tampa area. The Shell Key Preserve is 1,828 acres located at the mouth of Tampa Bay in the Gulf of Mexico. Shell Key is a 195-acre barrier island accessible only by boats or public boat shuttle. The island has no restrooms or shops, so come prepared with food and water. This is a popular destination for shelling, birding, sunbathing, snorkeling, and dolphin watching. We will be launching an overnight parking at the Fort DeSoto boat ramp. This is a large area with 10 large ramps, restroom, and parking lot. The location also serves as a departure point for the boat shuttle, which offers a 10-minute ride over to Shell Key Beach. They also offer boat shuttle service to Egmont Key State Park. Not sure if I paid the fee for a vehicle without a trailer, but the cost for 2 days was $10 for 48 hours. Here's a view of the large parking area. I will add the boat ramp address and website in the description. Here's a map of the Shell Key Preserve. The Fort DeSoto boat ramp is in the lower right corner. The northern section of the island is off limits to visitors. The south section of the island is for public use and primitive camping. The plan today will be to paddle north from the Fort DeSoto boat ramp and reach either the northern tip or the south or north access to the Gulf of Mexico. From there, we will paddle south to the southern tip and find a good spot to set up camp. We are packed up and ready to head out. When we are backpacking, we're always counting ounces and traveling as light as possible. When we go kayak camping, we can carry many luxury items that we would never carry while backpacking. We have a weight capacity of 325 pounds in each of the kayaks, which makes it nice to bring along those additional items. Later in the video, I'll go over some of the list of the additional items that we usually bring along. We get a kick out of watching these birds. I looked them up online, and I think they're called cormorants. Not sure if I'm saying that correct. They will land next to your kayak and swim under the shadow of the boat hunting for small fish. They seem to be extremely fast swimmers and excellent hunters and generally come up with a small fish each time. Here are some sights from today's paddle around the Sand Key Preserve. I'll be back in a little bit as soon as we get into the camping area. You do need a permit for camping on Shell Key, which can be obtained through the Pinellas County campsite reservation system. The cost for the permit is $6 per boat. I did contact the office, and we just needed one permit for the 2 kayaks. They issue up to 25 permits per night. These are not designated sites, so you can just simply hit the beach and find a good spot to set up camp. Well, we found a campsite. How about this view? We didn't make it all the way around Shell Key on this trip. We paddled north for a few miles, and with the wind and the time, we decided to turn around, head south to the southern tip of Shell Key, and then paddle north in the Gulf of Mexico and start searching for a good campsite. We picked a nice, quiet spot well away from the other campers. We quickly set up camp. The first task was to set up the beach shelter that we use specifically for kayak camping. The beach shelter gives us a place to get out of the hot Florida sun, This shelter is extremely quick and easy to set up, provides ample room for a couple chairs and our camping gear. This allows us to use the tent for sleeping and the beach shelter for day use. I'll add a link to this specific shelter in the description. The small compact grill that we brought along worked out great. We enjoyed a nice dinner and got ready for the show, which was a perfect Florida sunset over the Gulf of Mexico. Here are some scenes from tonight's show. We quickly discovered that our ultralight backpacking tent is no match for sandy, windy conditions. As the wind gusts picked up into the upper 20s, we decided to take the tent down for a while before we either damaged it or it was blown away. For a while, we thought we might need to cowboy camp using the beach tent. Just prior to dark, we found a cord of firewood that someone left behind and used it to help weigh down the stakes to keep the tent in place. Good morning. Today is day 2 and we woke up to a perfect day of sunshine and clear skies. It was extremely difficult to sleep with the noise of the tent flapping in the wind last night. It was unbelievably loud for most of the night. I think we need to utilize this tent for backpacking based upon its weight. After last night, we already have plans of picking up a different tent that is a better match for kayak camping in the sand and windy conditions. We will let you know in the next video what we decided to get. On the menu this morning, we enjoyed coffee, grits, and Rocky Mountain scramble. We are packed up and ready to paddle. Today's plan will be to head south along Shell Key and make a stop at the sandbar before we cross the rougher, busy water over to the Fort Desoto boat ramp. Here's a list of items that we might bring kayaking that we would never take backpacking. A couple ice chests, beach tent to store items and to get out of the sun, a small portable grill, small portable lantern, binoculars, water shoes, gallon jugs of water, marine radio, chairs, and an expanded choice of food options with the cooler and grill. We enjoy kayaking when the weather is just too hot and buggy for backpacking, especially in the Florida heat and humidity. Somehow being on the water or beach makes the heat okay. We have a ride back to the Fort Desoto boat ramp. We enjoyed our first kayak outing in 2021 and look forward to the next adventure. We do plan to come back to Shell Key soon with a different tent and perhaps find a site as far north as permitted to get away from the day crowds. In the meantime, we will head home, research a new tent, and start planning for the next adventure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to get notified when we upload new videos. We will see you on the next Sprigg adventure.